ADCC, the West Coast Trials in Las Vegas.
This is not your daddy's grappling tournament.
What a flipping tournament, J-Rod.
7 submissions. Wow. The biggest ADCC Trials in history. Nobody was picking you to go in there.
I didn't expect to win. Honestly, it was stacked.
Shades of Nick Rodriguez, his older brother. Jay Rodriguez is gonna get the submission.
I was like screaming and like, that's not like me. I had nothing to lose at all. It's like blood's in the water and I'm a shark.
Jay Rodriguez finishes with the buggy choke.
I fucking did it. 1 match at a time. All subs. All fucking subs. Nice.
Welcome to the belly of the beast, the den of the Illuminati. A lot going on in the world. Elon Musk buying Twitter.
Here we go.
Johnny Depp back in business. The good guys are on a roll, baby. Here we got Jay Rodriguez,
Jay fucking
ADCC
Rod, baby.
qualifier, the new black belt slayer.
ADCC West Coast Trials. What a flipping tournament, J-Rod.
All right, things are already underway here at West Coast Trials. It's absolute chaos here in the venue. The stadium is packed, there's athletes everywhere. A lot of great action already going down.
ADCC, the West Coast Trials in Las Vegas, biggest trials in history. All the brackets were like over 200 guys. You go out there, you're like the 13, 14 seed. Nobody was picking you to go in there.
Honestly, my main goal walking into ADCC Trials was I would be really happy with placing. Like I really wanted to place. First time I heard about ADCC was back when Nick was doing the trials. At that time I was just wrestling in high school. His advice is always more of a mental thing, being confident in what I'm capable of doing. But at the same time, we're different people. He's like overly confident, which it works for him. I'd rather have an underdog mindset rather than be confident. I'd rather take everyone very seriously and go 1 match at a time.
You got a quick one in as your little warm up. That's always good.
I took the guy down, body lock past him, immediately take his back, get hooks in, and strangle him pretty fast. I know it was like about a minute long. After that first match, I'm thinking like, that guy was just easy. There's so many more people that I have to go against that are significantly better than he was.
Let's fucking go, Jay!
Second match, Tim Welch. This is the guy, he's Sean O'Malley's jiu-jitsu coach.
This guy was tough. He was pretty strong.
He was like just clubbing very hard for like 4 to 5 minutes, and he started getting tired. I get in on 1 shot, and he immediately goes to guillotine to defend. I escape the guillotine, circle to his back. He tries to roll forward, and I immediately put 1 hook in. Soon after, I'm putting my 2nd hook in and strangling. I finished with like 10 or so seconds left in that match.
I remember the place was going crazy at this point.
Yeah.
All right, that is a wrap for day 1 here at the West Coast Trials.
First day, incredible.
Day 1 was good.
It was pretty quick.
Yeah, it was quick.
So you were pretty fresh for day 2.
Yeah.
So you had 5 matches day 2.
Yeah.
Your 3rd match, Brad Schneider's a very good competitor. He's from Dante's gym, represents Pedigo now.
He had a good close guard, so it was tough for me to do much because I like to body lock pass, and if you don't pinch your hooks in immediately, they'll get to close guard.
3 minutes left. He's on a body triangle. There's a pretty bad spot, but I mean, this is the story of the tournament for you.
Training at B Team, I'm comfortable everywhere, really. You know, they put us in bad positions intentionally so we get better at escaping. I realized this guy didn't know too much with hand fighting from the back, so I just took my time. I got my back to the mat and then got to close guard.
Okay, you got vertical posture, back, heel out.
Oh, did you cartwheel pass on him?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little Nicky Rod 2019 action right here.
I never do the cartwheel pass like ever. I don't know why I did it. It's kind of just instinctive. I knew it was getting later into the match, and I had to do something, and it just worked out.
These guys are very good competitors. Kalen Sabino choked Pedro Machado at South American Trials. You and Kalen had a hell of a match.
At East Coast Trials, I went to the second day. I think I won 3 or 4 matches, and then I ended up getting heel hooked. I came out of East Coast knowing that I had to get better at leg entanglements, no matter how terrible I was. I wasn't gonna have fun doing it, but I forced myself to do it because I wanted to get better. So after that, I immediately went back to B team, forcing myself to get better at these positions, and it's helped immensely since then.
I kept trying to high step pass, wasn't really working out too well. I got to his back, but he was too strong at the time. He wasn't burnt out.
And then it ends up going to overtime. Stop time! Once it's in overtime, I go in for a shot. He goes to a guillotine or front head situation. I'm on my knees. He is like really trying to finish it, but I was safe there. It was tight, but it wasn't going to finish me. He lets go of it immediately and tries taking my back. I have rear body lock. I'm comfortable in this position. I get there all the time. I put my far hook in, put another hook in, and then he stands up when I have the hooks in, so I put a body triangle in, and then I immediately started locking up the rear naked choke and strangling him standing. Finishing that choke was crazy. As I'm finishing the choke, I'm like looking over at like Nicky Rod and like the whole team. Everyone's just like screaming and cheering me on. I don't even know how to describe what I was feeling after that match, honestly. It's very unlike me to celebrate like that. I really don't know. That's just kind of what happened. My confidence never really grew throughout the tournament. Not that I didn't care what happened, but it is what it is. I had nothing to lose, so it's easier for me to compete like that. So I'd much rather stay in that mindset. I try not to think about any of the competition or any of the people I'm going against at all, honestly. A lot of times I walk onto the mat not knowing who my opponent is.
You had to have known who this guy is. He was also on Who's Next. Adam Bradley of Gordon Ryan fame.
This was the most exhausting match of the weekend, for sure.
I just feel like, man, you like broke all these guys. Overtime, your pace, like the wrestling on the feet.
Could you feel these guys wearing out?
Everyone has, flaws, and those flaws stand out even more when they're tired. So you get someone tired, you're able to see those flaws more often, and you can take advantage of them.
You feel someone like slowly start to like wear down, like their clubs aren't as hard. They just feel a little bit weaker. Like, all right, this guy's gonna be fucking dead in a minute.
You feel them fade and you start snapping on their head, and you see their fucking head comes over their feet. Like, all right, I'm gonna take this guy's back and strangle him. When I feel them tired, I wanna go even harder, and it like boosts me, I don't know what it is. It's like blood's in the water and I'm a shark, You're ready to finish them. A few minutes into overtime, I go for a shot. He tries to trip me, and then I trip him from his reaction. I circle to his back, get one hook in, and then I soon get another hook in, and then strangle him.
So now you're into the semifinals. You've already won 5 matches. You're 2 matches away from qualifying for ADCC. What's going through your head at this point?
I don't want to have any extra pressure on myself, so I'm not thinking about anything. The moment I win my match,
I go into the back room, get away from all the, the crowd, all the chaos. And then probably 30 minutes before, my next match, I start warming up again.
I think we should drill.
Yeah. You want to go over by Deagle? And if you do wrestle up on me here, like if you turn up, I can keep the Kimura. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just stay on the Kimura.
I try to keep the same mindset, underdog mindset. I have nothing to lose. I just treat every match exactly the same.
All right, the semifinals are set for every division. We're changing up the vibe in here a little bit. We got the lights going, the music, and it's all going down right now.
I don't think I'm better under the bright lights, but I think more people are nervous under the bright lights.
I've wrestled all my life and I've been in like really big tournaments. So I'm kind of past the stage of being nervous and feeling that pressure from like the crowd.
You kind of get used to, you know, that feeling, all the people there screaming and cheering and stuff. If I didn't have the wrestling background, I would be so nervous.
Fighting out of the red corner, representing Tyson in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Mike Chris. And fighting out of the red corner, representing the B team, Jay Rodriguez. Mike Crisp from Dyson BJJ against Jay Rodriguez. Semifinal matchup. Jay Rod, little brother of Nicky Rodriguez, ADCC 2019 silver medalist.
This guy was dense.
Yeah, look how big he is.
Yeah, he was fucking strong.
He's coming, like pressuring forward, all his weight's coming forward. So he's hand fighting really tough, really strong clubs. He's snapping me down.
Crisp is just grinding. You see a shot of his face, how he just has abrasions all over. That just tells you what his style is like. Head to head, forehead to forehead.
He's had some chippy, spicy matches today. I've been seeing him in some scraps.
He's pushing his weight forward, so I grab his elbow, and then he defends and grabs my hand, but I use this against him.
J-Rod's had some amazing performances. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful stuff. Yeah.
Right to the back and then right to the choke.
One hook in, body triangle, arm around the neck. Jay Rodriguez is gonna get the submission in under 1 minute. Wow! Jay Rodriguez put a stamp on that one.
The duck under is really effective in jiu-jitsu, and it's even more effective against like bigger opponents. I duck under, immediately take the back, and then put my hooks in immediately and sink in that rear naked choke. All of that was in under like a minute.
All right, the finals are set here at the ADCC West Coast Trials at 88. This is one where the favorites are completely out. 88's gonna have Jay Rodriguez versus Hunter Colvin. I don't think many people saw that matchup coming in the finals.
We're now bringing out the 88 kilogram final. Texas, representing the B team, Jay Rodriguez.
Going into the finals, like, no matter what, you're gonna place. So I was just happy to be there and no pressure at all. Like I've already achieved my goal.
Jacob Rodriguez from the B team, Nicky Rod's little brother, against Hunter Colvin from Brothers Jiu-Jitsu. Hunter Colvin dropping right for the leg entanglement, going to 50-50. Looks like he had an X guard for a split second, went to 50-50, going for the leg. Now working towards the back. Man, he is taking it to J-Rod.
Yeah.
He immediately pulls guard and was inverting to legs, and he was able to catch my heel a few times, but he wasn't able to finish or anything.
Shades of Nick Rodriguez, his older brother, who won the 2019 West Coast Trials.
So they get healed about connection.
So it'll be interesting to see if his little brother does the same thing.
Yeah.
But Hunter Colvin may spoil those plans.
Yes, sir.
I'm not trying to compare brothers here, but similar to Nick. Jay, very dynamic, very fast, very athletic.
Yeah,
Loves the body lock, passing, but he'll mix it up. You know, he'll go for pretty much any style of passing or any system that he can, but shades of Nick Rodriguez here.
As he sits up, it's when we go. We have J point, we have high stepping. Stay engaged, stay engaged.
You can try to sprawl right hip down as well. 2 minutes till points.
We gotta try to get 2-on-1 with the legs.
There's no sort of environment like that, having your whole team there supporting you.
In the moment when I needed, people talking to me, they were there to help. From all the crowds like roaring, I could hear Nicky Ryan like whispering in my ear like an angel. He was telling me like every little thing I needed to know, and it helped out when I needed it.
Right leg out, right leg out, beautiful. Nice. Point your right knee towards his hip though.
And these guys have not stopped moving the entire time. This is a lot of energy.
People don't expect me to keep going once I take them down. They'll rest. I'm not gonna rest. I'm immediately trying to take your back or looking for other submissions that are there.
J-Rod at this point, he's essentially up, so he can ride. He tried to just counter and just kind of float off of everything. Oh, here we go. Might see a buggy choke. Oh gosh. Let's see how he counters this.
I started playing around with the buggy choke. I saw the Rotolo brothers hitting it in competition. I was like, okay, I have to learn this submission. When you're doing the buggy choke, you always want to be aware of slams and stuff. If your opponent starts standing up, because getting slammed onto your neck is not fun. I think even Nicky Rod was like, oh, let him go. But I held on to it.
All right. 20 seconds.
20 seconds, 2 points, Jay.
Try and lift the height back up to your feet.
Let's get on top, Jay.
All right, less than 4 minutes to go. Colvin with the penalty. No points scored either way. Colvin with a nice hop over Kimura attempt there.
Land on top.
Yes, nice. Back stepping here. Back step your right leg.
The lost position. J-Rod on top.
J-Rod's done a good job of keeping himself pretty safe, although I'd say that Hunter's just out in front of him just a little bit.
Up by 1 point, Jay. Up by 1 point, 3.5 minutes left.
We have high stepping, we have J point. If he sits up, we have body
right
lock.
leg through. Right leg, yeah, front pommel through. Pummel that right leg through. Turning in. Make sure your legs are locked here.
Not letting him heist up.
First thing, separating the feet.
Soul and heel.
Door lock. Yeah, make sure your legs are locked. Make sure your legs are locked. Let's look to start separating. Nice. Stuffing. Nice inverting here. Reaching back, look towards the heel. You can also use it to come back on top as well, Jay. Good. Hide your feet, hide your feet. Lock your legs, lock your legs.
2 minutes, 45 seconds left in this match. Jay Rodriguez is very close to punching his ticket. But man, Hunter Colvin looking super impressive so far. It wouldn't surprise me if he could figure out a way how to score at the last second and push this to overtime.
Separate you, turn down. Nice. Hamstring exposure here. Hamstring exposure here. Extend your legs. Come up.
Gotta get up! Stop!
I don't like breaks in the matches. There was one point in my match where like I had like a bloody nose and the guy was trying to like plug it up, but I'm like, let's go back to the center, let's keep going. I like that energy. I want to wear my opponent down, and that constant movement helps.
2 minutes, 8 seconds left. Action will resume.
Back to your feet. 1 minute, 50 left.
Oh, Hunter Colvin with the pass, but he gets sucked right into the buggy choke. So they may not give the points until the submission is off. This is like the third buggy choke attempt.
I lock up the buggy a few times, and then one time I lock it up, but it wasn't like a traditional buggy choke.
Nice.
His neck was starting to come out of like my chest area, so I took my knuckles and I dug it into his neck, and I believe that's what ended up finishing the buggy choke.
I really didn't think this was gonna work, but it worked.
Did it? And there he goes! Jay Rodriguez! Jay Rodriguez finishes with the buggy choke in the finals. Wow!
That was wild. I remember screaming and I couldn't even hear myself because the crowd was so loud.
Wow. B team, let's go, J-Rod. Yeah! Let's go! Yes!
Oh my God. I did not expect to be here, honestly, but I fucking did it. One match at a time. All subs. All fucking subs. I've been training the past year and a half. I've been putting every fucking thing every day to jiu-jitsu. It's finally paying off.
Honestly, I still can't really comprehend how rare this is. A buggy choke from a wrestler that's been training jiu-jitsu for a year and a half. It doesn't really make sense, but it happened.
He killed it. Seven matches, 7 submissions, all in 2 days. ADCC, thank you for having us. B team all day. Let's go.
He's taking after you? Where'd you get all this shit from?
Let's go get that medal, ADCC, man. You guys are killing it.
Before, everyone was like, oh, this is Nicky Rod's little brother. He's pretty good or whatever, but finally, I won something important. So I'm not just Nicky Rod's little brother anymore. I'm a ADCC West Coast Trials champ. I didn't have any expectations at Trials, so I have no expectations for Worlds either. I mean, I'd like to win it. The past few months from East Coast to West Coast, I've gotten so much better. So I can only imagine what I'll be like, a few months from now. I'm gonna be so much better. I can't even wait.